working for me.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Too Opinionated, where today I'm absolutely thrilled to be joined by writer, actor, director, producer, Swiss Army knife, Adam Boster, and returning to the show, the lovely Tris Marie. We're always thrilled when she comes back. So welcome, Adam.
Tris.
Welcome, Chris.
I'm going to applaud Tris for a long time. She's phenomenal, so it's just going to happen.
No, you.
I may randomly throughout the show, Tris, woo! What can I say?
Adam, this is your first time, so we'll start with you. But we're so excited to have you on the show because you're involved in so many different things. But I'll let you tell it. So give us a little introduction. Tell our audience what it is you do and how you got started in the entertainment business.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot to that, man. Well, I'm going to touch base with Tris because we recently met working on a film I was making called Shakespeare's Mummy, and I'll bring a little shot in here of that. But you'll have to forgive my acquaintance Casper Van Dien. We're not sure if he's going to be in this project or not. So this is the first time anybody's ever seen this poster. But Tris was in this film with us, and we shot that here in Missouri, along with another film before that called Lost Treasure of Jesse James. So we are filmmakers, and we've really kind of started to collect a lot of filmmakers around us that are looking to do the same thing we're doing, which is making our films and getting them out there to the world without having to ask for permission. So Greenlit Go is a streaming channel that we're able to do just that with, and you can see films like Money Fight and Lost Treasure of Jesse James. And many other films from not just the Missouri or Midwest area where Tris and I are from. I think you're still from the Midwest area. You still live out here, Tris? Because I know you're in LA all the time, right?
Yes, I'm still in Missouri, yes.
Okay, I didn't know, because I know you hop out there on a regular basis.
I do, and I was actually supposed to go there a week before quarantine, and then we got quarantined. So I'm sitting on a ticket to go back, and I'm kind of waiting. So
yeah.
Well, luckily, I got her before quarantine, and we were able to work on Shakespeare's Mummy together. And eventually, you'll see that come out also here on Greenlit Go, which is some images of behind me. So yeah, we're independent filmmakers. We're looking to build the film economy in Missouri. And of course, that's a lot to say and a lot to try and bite off and a lot to make happen. But that's kind of the gist.
But what great timing though, because we didn't know this was all going to happen. But now I know, like the SAG rep, I'm friends with Shelley Wagner. I've talked to her a lot about this whole thing and how the film community is going to move forward, especially for Missouri, because we don't have film incentives here. And I had talked to her, and she said, we're trying to get films to come here. A lot of it's rural. We're not having the major issues that bigger places like LA and things are having that are more populated. Right. So this is a good place to film, so we're trying to get them to come back here.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love the fact that, Missouri is kind of becoming a place for studios to go and develop things outside of LA. It's nice to see some different locations gaining some momentum. So that's awesome. And I know you guys have been right in the middle of that.
Mm-hmm. Adam's found some amazing locations. Like, I'm really impressed with the places that you've got to shoot at.
Well,
so Adam, talk. You've got you've got a studio, right? Boster Castle, is that right?
Yeah. Boster Castle Studios. Yeah.
Boster Castle Studios. So talk a little bit about how that process is going as far as finding projects and developing the film industry there in Missouri.
I'll kind of start with this, that there's a lot of independent filmmakers who want to launch a project, and they want to build something, and then they want to find actors like Tris, who can really dive into those parts and make those films, projects come to life. But most of them don't think past the point of making the film. And I think this is the missing piece for the modern, for the independent filmmaker, is they don't really look at the film starting with the end in mind. Where is it going to go? How is it going to get distributed? Who's going to see it?
That's right.
Am I going to be able to sell it? Can I make the money back? And if they look at it with those concepts in mind, they could build projects that would get funded and would get made, and then be able to have, you know, great actresses like Triss on board and launch a film that actually does get distributed, and then be able to get some money to come back and then be able to do it again. Crazy idea, right?
You make it sound very simple.
He's very good at that. He's very good at what he does. I'm very impressed with him.
Oh, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Thank you.
So Triss, how did you and Adam first meet?
I think actually, I think we had kind of the same group of contact friends in the industry here in Missouri, specifically Columbia. But I was actually in Columbia. I tried to go to his audition for Lost Treasure, and I was doing another shoot that day, so I wasn't able to make it. But we kind of talked after that, and I think a few people had recommended me to him.
Yep.
So I don't know. So yeah, it just kind of worked out. We finally got to work together, and like I love Adam. He's amazing, and the quality of work that he puts out is top notch. Like best in Missouri, in my opinion.
Well, we do kind of run, you know, in the same circle. There's a lot of Midwest filmmakers, and a lot of us know each other. You know, we're all trying to help each other out. I hope, right? That's the goal. And I think you know, Triss plays a mean IMDb game in the sense that she's very good at she's very professional. She's very good at getting herself out there, and is always really looking to make those connections. And I think, you know, I remember hunting up, you know, local actors who had a presence, who man, they come off professional. That's what I'm looking for. You can pull it apart. And dude, Triss, you kill it. So, you know, naturally that was between the referrals and, you know, being able to see the stuff that she'd done, you know, I was so impressed. I'm like, we got to work together. So we did. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
I've even got a very, very short moment I think I sent to you, Michael, that I'm hoping we can show today. I'd like to say I have more from Shakespeare's Mummy to show off. I don't want to show too much, but there's a really great moment that she does such a great job in this film. She plays Miss Piper, and her great role, man. They're one of those characters that as the story progresses, they just pop up here and there.
Mrs. Piper?
They've left the kids at home for the weekend, see? But the kids don't really know what they're out doing, and they're out having fun, see?
That's right.
He really pulled it off great, man, I'm telling you. Hey, I make family-friendly films, okay? It's that, you know, everybody asks me, hey, what kind of movies do you make? You make no, family-friendly films.
Tell us a little bit about Shakespeare's Mummy. You know, what is the film about? And then we'll show the clip.
Sure. Well, basically, these kids find a mummy hand while delivering pizza to a frat house.
Love that.
It jumps out of the box, and the rest of the night is history, man. They're chasing the hand. They're trying to escape the mob. They're trying to escape this ancient Egyptian sect who's trying to get the hand. You know, Isis shows up. Osiris raises up out of the dead, and all in all, if they don't get the hand back into the museum, the entire world is going to die, because the undead are going to rise up out of a portal to hell in a pizza oven at Shakespeare's Pizza. There you go.
Oh, it's epic. I love it. This one and the Lost Treasure of Jesse James, kind of Goonies, Monster Squad type of vibe. Very, definitely something that I would want to take the family to the theater to watch. That's the type of show that when I was growing up, that's the one our parents would take us to. Yeah.
You're Back to the Futures. You're you're Indiana Jones, and it wasn't like, oh, it's a kid film. No. As you can see in Triss's part, she helps keep some of the adult in the movie. You know, there's moments there. You know, even Pixar's has moments like Trish is about to have on screen, right?
It's a balancing act.
Yeah, you have to. that's what makes it fun and beautiful. Beautiful actress. Trish did such a phenomenal job. But you'll get a good moment, a good quick moment there. So.
Yeah, well, let's show it.
So Toronto, so Toronto, so Toronto, so Toronto, so Toronto.
Toga party. What? Dude, let's go.
I will.
But we don't have anything to wear.
Exactly.
Who cares? I got the cooler. Okay, yeah, let's go. Come on. Okay.
There you go.
I think it looks like such a fun movie. I'm so excited to see that, and we'll make sure to get that link on there so people can take a look if they'd like to. I just think it looks great. So when can we see this movie?
Well, Lost Treasure Jesse James just went to market, and it was purchased internationally in I think about 70 plus countries and territories. Looks like it's we just signed an agreement with Up TV. It'll be available there come January 1st. But that's Lost Treasure Jesse James. Shakespeare's Mummy will be following along in that vein. We actually had Lost Treasure optioned. Lionsgate checked it out. And because we didn't have a name actor in Lost Treasure Jesse James, although it's still good, they said, hey, catch us on the next one. They also really liked Money Fight and made an offer on Money Fight when I made that film. So right now we're really tailor fitting Shakespeare's Mummy so that it has a little more studio appeal
Right.
compared to what we've been doing. So hopefully you'll see it come out studio related. But most likely it will be finished, to make a long story short, by November of next year at American Film Market. If we get it done by Con in the spring, we'll be excited. But right now there's a lot going on, and we still have some more to film, depending on who our name actor is that's going to join us in that Casper Van Dien slot you saw up there.
Well, if he doesn't go, no, I'm not ready for that. I couldn't even fake that. I'm not ready.
Casper have a lot of. Let's see. I see the jawline
right. Where it's close. That's more. I think that's more of a. I'd say a Brett role, but he's probably too young. He could be a.
You got some Jason Statham going on though. So
I tell you what, reluctantly. So I did want to ask you about Money Fight. So that one has Ving Rhames attached to it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ving Rhames, George Takei from Star Trek.
So, George Takei. Yeah, I didn't realize he was in it. Yeah.
Ernie Reyes Jr. and Sr. They've had their own share of really great films.
Absolutely.
Maria Conchita Alonso. You remember her? And with a couple of Schwarzenegger movies, I think she was with.
Yeah.
Did a good job. A number of people. So a lot of fighters. There was Gray Maynard, who was a UFC contender.
Yeah.
Frank Shamrock. Gosh, a lot of really great fighters in the film.
That sounds like a great cast.
I definitely I know it's been shown a lot outside the U.S. And if you get a chance to catch it, you can see it on Greenlit Go as well. But it's definitely like a Rocky for the cage fighting generation, if that makes sense. We should have had Tris in it. I just didn't know her then, or I would have had Jim.
Right.
Yeah, no, we're gonna check that out because that sounds awesome.
Without a doubt.
I love the ideas behind your movies. They're just the stories behind them are really strong. Which a lot of movies they'll have a ton of people that in them, but the story's terrible with that. But yeah, I love the fact that you start with such a good concept and then just kind of you're basically putting the cast around it. It's really cool.
Thank you, man. Well, Ken Shamatoff, who's one of my best friends, lives out in Los Angeles.
This is Ken Shamatoff. We almost got this one more time.
He wrote what was originally a film called Red Canvas that became Money Fight, and did a fabulous job on that story. And he's very much about integrity, family, perseverance, stepping up, being a man, being accountable, being responsible in a world, and so those themes come through Money Fight. It's a real nice it has a lot of inspiration in it,
Right.
in a big way. And then you look at, Lost Treasure, Jesse James, where we really got stories of unity, and the two. It's kind of like when we initially wrote it, and our distributor was like, "Oh, you can't talk about slavery. You can't talk about those things. You can't. Those are faux pas things." Like, well, hey, man, it's a story about these two kids who are the great grandchildren of basically the slave side of the Ford family and Jesse James. Now it's mythical, right. Okay, mythical, but it was really a story about unity and something that for me as a kid, I grew up thinking, hey man, everybody's my friend. We had friends of all ages, size, color, whatever you want to say. And so now it seems like all this stuff's kind of been brought up and rehashed. At least that's kind of how I feel about it. But anyway, those are stories of unity, right? So Shakespeare's Mummy were like, fine, we're not going to talk about anything political. We're just going to make fun of it and have comedy and explosive sequences. We'll probably get in trouble for, blowing up a pizza oven or something, but we'll see.
The Pizza Guild be coming after you.
Yeah, you know what I mean, Tris? We're always in trouble, right? Jeez.
I know. Yep. Pick your poison.
Yeah. Even before Tris, we dropped pizzas on her, in the film on the car, they're in there making out. I didn't mean to, they're inside being an adult in the car and we're dropping pizzas on them, interrupting them. I mean, geez.
Terrible.
I know every time I tell people, oh yeah, I did this family film, and they're like, oh, well, what did you do in it? And I'm like, I made out.
I love it. Yeah.
Good job.
They don't get it, but they will. Trust me.
Yeah, when they see it, they're like, oh, okay, I get it. This is good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, dude, it's such a classic part because you're like watching the movie and somebody pulls up a tablecloth on a table and like, oh my God, there's Tris and Mr. and Mrs. Piper right there at the table. What's going on, right? Yeah. Everywhere you go, right? It's that's a great part, man. You guys, she really did such a fabulous job.
Tris, how do you determine? Because I'm sure you get offers for different scripts, and how by just the look, can you tell right off whether or not a movie is going to be decent or if it's okay, I could do it, but it's going to be a nightmare?
Yeah, well, I don't do those kind of movies. But yeah, I think that you can. It doesn't take much to figure that out. Like I do a little bit of research. You don't have to do a lot to figure that out. I'll usually look at the director's work, producer's work, and stuff like that. It's very easy to see that Adam works really hard, as you can see as well, to push his stuff. I was at American Film Market with him this past year when he was with Lost Treasure, and he is just campaigning so hard for Missouri filmmaking. And
that's awesome.
And you've seen his stuff, and if you've seen Lost Treasure's trailer as well, like the quality is just, you can't get it. You can't get quality like that in Missouri. Yeah. His studio is the best in Missouri. It is. But
and there are some great filmmakers in our area. I have to say it. And do this realistically. Independent filmmakers are looking for a way to show their stuff, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges. Is there are a lot of great filmmakers, and there are a lot of fabulous filmmakers in Missouri. And so one of the things we did was we said, hey, we need a place for them to be able to show off their stuff so people can see it. So actors like Tris can find out what they've done. Like if you go on Greenlit Go, you'll see some really great local filmmakers. And it goes all the way. I mean, we got stuff from Germany, we got stuff from Australia, awesome. And the stuff from LA as well. But there is a big collection of Midwest filmmakers here. And I think, Tris, you need to watch more Greenlit Go because you'll find there's some good filmmakers out there.
Yes.
Okay? I haven't worked with a lot of them, but man, I hear good things and their stuff's great. But I really do have to go back for them though.
Dustin Hawkins is really good too. Yeah. Retro Hawk. And he's really, you guys are my favorites. You just are. But I'm going to look more at Greenlit Go.
Well, and Nathan, and I'm gonna feel real bad because I'm gonna have trouble because I'm not gonna mention the people that I want to be here. But again, Dustin Hawkins is a great filmmaker here in our area. You'll see a film he's working on called Bonjour. We're making a film called Hall Monitor with a kid named Kevin Kaufman, which is his first film. But we're really going to bat to defend the quality on that. I'm looking to help filmmakers who want to make product that can be taken to the market and sold, and that they understand that it requires a lot of life, work, and investment. And I guarantee you, no one is going to walk up to them and hand them this golden ticket because, and I get this all the time, somebody messages me, hey man, I'm this great genius idea guy. One day I'm going to get paid millions for my ideas. Maybe you will, but they're like, who's going to buy this idea? And I'm like, I don't understand ideas. I understand like going and making things happen and building things. And if I can find the filmmakers that are willing to listen to the path that we're on and duplicate the path that we're on, I can support them. People like Tris can support them. We can vet their skill. We can bring other resources to them that they don't have. And I think that's right now we need that, especially with Hollywood shutting down. There's an opportunity across the world, across not just our area, across every area for all these independent filmmakers as technology is becoming more accessible. Now they need the business side. They need to understand the concept of making a product and selling it. And I come from a business world. I have a photography company, it has about 50 employees. We have about 800 clients nationwide. We work with them every 20 years. We lose clients, we gain clients, but we understand building a product that you can sell. And film is the same thing. And guys, until you start building product you can sell, it's an expensive hobby.
Yes.
So, anyway, there you go.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And that's there's a lot of good stuff out there, but unfortunately a lot of people they don't know how to market it.
No.
So it never gets seen. So Brett, my son couldn't join us today. Unfortunately, he's working. But he had a zinger for you, Adam. Because he said, Dad, I'm pretty sure that he was a break dancer on Saved by the Bell.
That is true. Actually, there's a star right here to prove it. Yeah. This happened. It never got in the show because the director, it was a scene where they said, okay, ultimate chaos is going to happen. Who can do some crazy stuff, right? And I'm like, I can break dance, right? I can back dance. And I could rip them out as at that age, as those are years ago. And man, the entire schoolroom's chaos. And like, okay, they bring in the camera, they set it up, they're gonna test the shot, they're gonna see, the director's gonna decide if this what he wants to do. And so I'm like, okay, show us what you can do. I bust out this mad backspin, and I'm spinning, and I go to bust out this killer pose at the end, and there's a fire extinguisher right there, and it goes, bam! Before I knew it, I was in the ER getting stitched up, and they never got it for the show.
I was gonna say they should have put that in.
They should have, yeah. If they were rolling, they probably would have kept it.
When I was in school in the 80s, breakdancing was huge. They had that breaking movie and Beach Street and all that. It was huge.
Oh yeah.
And I used to, my outfits consisted of parachute pants and muscle shirts, right? I couldn't dance a lick, but I had them on. Was it the members only jackets?
But did you have the gold chain? The big gold chain?
Yes, actually I did have a gold chain. Yeah. But I couldn't dance a lick, and I was scared to death that somebody would come up to me and challenge me to a breakdancing competition. Because all the movies, that's what happened. People just meet in the street, and it'd be on.
And if you lose, who knows what happens if you lose? It's over.
I know. I think you had to leave the country or the school, or I don't know.
You give yourself a wedgie and walk off with your pants halfway down. Oh no, that's what they wear today. I'm sorry. That's
yeah, you've actually had the the chance to work on, so I was looking, you've worked on some pretty big movies, True Romance, and what was some of the others? Dazed and Confused. I mean, you've done, had some chance to be around at least some really big productions.
And Dazed and Confused was a really cool experience, and I just fell on that because I'd gone down to Texas and I'd had some chances to be on some different sets, already, and got in as a background player on set, which I highly recommend to every actor on the planet. That's like a great way to really get inundated into sets. And what was really supposed to just be like a one-day thing ended up being a few-day thing. And man, if I would have known, I would have stayed there, because I was literally acting up, with Ben Affleck, all these names that nobody knew, right?
Yeah.
Little did I know, like I totally missed that train. That train was breakdancing to a different tune, and I totally missed it,
Yeah.
But I should have held on to that one.
We talk with a lot of actors, and almost all of them have something. They have that story where they just missed out on something that turned out to be kind of big.
Yeah.
So it's a hard profession.
Well, yeah, a lot of actors will pass it. Like some actors and actresses, I noticed, like they really turn their nose at some background roles. Yeah. But what a lot of them don't understand is that you don't know which one they're oftentimes they upgrade those roles. And the background role might turn into a speaking part. You just don't know. So, it's a chance you're taking.
When I found out that Tris could be, in Shakespeare's Mummy, that's one thing I did is I took this role and I said, oh, no. If Tris is going to play this, it's got to have more. It's got to have this and this. And and we went to expand it because, we knew, hey, we got a great talent here. Let's really utilize our skill, more than was originally planned.
Yeah. And Tris, I mean, don't you take some roles just for the networking chance?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. To be on set with can you imagine, like you're usually in a room on bigger productions, 100 plus film and crew and actors and actresses. Like even if all you're doing is background, the networking opportunity that is there is priceless. So that's what I thought. And you never know. I mean, sometimes you get, it seems like everybody out there has their own project that they're working on. So you could be on set with a group of actors and half of them may be working on their own thing anyway. So if you're there and talking to them, you may end up with some roles. Exactly. Well, it's just like when I did the Travel Channel show that I did. Yeah. Like I got sick, because we did that 6 times in a row and I got really sick. And I was like, oh my gosh, are they going to totally cut all of my stuff? But no, what they did was they based the whole episode around me. They're like, we're going to spin this, we're going to make it seem like you're getting over your fears or whatever. And so you just never know what they're going to turn something into. So. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Well, and talking about Dazed and Confused and that whole concept, Tris, McConaughey, Matthew McConaughey came on Dazed as really just kind of a walk on as well. And I think he had this one moment that they said, here, do this, say this, right? And the magic kicked.
All right, let's rock and roll. A little foosball? Yeah. All right. All right. That's all right. We'll worry about that later. All right? All right, man.
And before you know it, he did stay the whole time, and his part did expand, and that was the big breaking out for him. And you look at what he's done now, and it's like, oh my gosh, if he would have turned that down, and I'll say this, Tris, thank you for being a part of Shakespeare's Mummy and risking that with me. There were actors that didn't take a part because it wasn't it wasn't on screen for 35 pages. You know what I'm saying? And so they were like, well, I'm kind of above it. And I'd say I was really kind of bummed because I ran into that. And I want to say thank you, Tris. Big time. Yay, Tris. Yay, Tris.
There it is.
Thank you.
He said he was going to do it.
Thank you.
His sets are so fun. Like he finds the best people to work with. Like I would work with any of those people any day.
Yeah.
You know.
Adam, did you do the music on Shakespeare's Mummy?
Lost Treasure, Jesse James. I scored the whole thing.
You scored that one, okay.
Yeah, and I will be scoring Shakespeare's Mummy. At the moment, I have to give credit to Alan Silvestri. I hope I said that right. It's terrible. I'm like a big fan of his. I can't even say his name right. Back to the Future and phenomenal composer. Really love his stuff. And so, when you're cutting, and I don't know if as an editor, as a filmmaker, I'll throw this out here to filmmakers. As you're cutting, if you can cut to a track that expresses the emotion of the scene,
right.
It really helps, because then you tailor your music to those emotions in the track, right? And you time your experience to the emotions in the track, right? So Alan Silvestri's like, man, hey Alan, woo, Alan, hey Chris, woo, sorry. Big fans, right there, of both of you guys, Alan and Tris.
That's right. Yeah, I thought I'd seen that. It just seems difficult. You're involved in so many different aspects of a movie. That seems like a lot.
It's tough, man. I would like to say, if more filmmakers would like to move out here to our area, come on out. We got work for, got jobs for them. Not making movies all the time, but we got jobs.
Adam, what instruments do you play?
Trumpet for 13 years, guitar, keyboard, not a lot of keyboard, enough to get myself in trouble, enough to score Lost Treasure, Jesse James.
Yeah.
But really I think it was growing up in music, in orchestra, right? As a trumpet player, in jazz band, in choirs, really constantly in school, experiencing that. And then of course, being a big filmmaker and loving how those two things fit together and how those emotions fit together. I think that's really how that passion works well for me, how that fits together well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Tris, did I ever ask you if you played an instrument?
I play a lot by ear. I did teach myself some scores on piano.
Yeah.
I've taught myself guitar, violin. I was in band and school and choir as well. I'm pretty well-rounded.
Yeah.
Okay, violin. You're going to come out and bring the violin when we do Shakespeare's Mummy, right?
Oh,
really? Oh gosh, I'd have to freshen up on it, but I could do it though. Like I learn it really fast, but yeah.
See, if I'd known, I'd asked you to bring that.
Yeah.
Really?
I just didn't know.
She has it.
Ask.
It's right down by her foot. Just have her pick it up and play it, right?
No, you know what is right by my foot?
What you got?
Oh! What is that?
I know what that is.
So, it's kind of got a little slasher.com.
Yeah.
Good.
Why are you doing this to me?
Chip Kubera, who's with Tris, right? Tris.
Mm-hmm.
How is it with Chip?
Lovely and amazing. He was like literally the best scene partner I've ever had to kiss, because I've had to kiss a lot of guys on screen, and he was literally the easiest. I do have to say that, because
Chip.
They're like scared, and I don't know. He really.
Can you say that again? I'm going to send Chip a message. Can you say that? Yeah.
Dude, Chip was a trooper. He didn't mind kissing me at all. It was nice.
Of course.
Yeah, that's a tough job.
I knew it was going to be really hard to find somebody to play against Tris, but no. It was, but I wanted to find somebody that was really professional, and would do really well and have a great character. And I will bet money the next time Chip makes a movie, because Chip's a phenomenal filmmaker as well, made a great film called Song of the Dead, which is kind of a cult classic. Which I think does have a hammer and some violin in it as well, with some zombies. And then slasher.com, along with he's done so many things. You have to check him out on IMDb. But he and Trish had a really wonderful, chemistry. And Trish, I think you made that simple for Chip.
Yeah.
Because you're so professional, and because you did such a great job. So yay, Trish.
Thank you.
Seriously.
That's funny. You know, actually, I just talked to Ben Kaplan too, actually a couple days ago, because he was like, "Oh, I actually did a little film over FaceTime or something with Chip," and he's like, "Yeah, you should
lead in slasher.com. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Slasher.com.
Yeah. So he said I need to reach out to Chip again, and I will. I have not had time to do that yet, but yeah. Yeah, Chip, I should do something else. And Ben. Ben's great too.
Tris, do you so have you thought about moving to the other side of the camera? Do you got any projects that you know, are you writing anything, or are you working on anything in the background?
I'm not a writer. I think without sounding, you know, pompous, like I think my place is in front of the camera, but
yeah.
You are very good in front of the camera. You are very good in front of the camera. You need
Thank you. Well, I think because I have been in college for media production, so I've learned behind the camera, so I know how it needs to look. I know how I need to look, so I have good awareness, you know. To be an actress, it makes it easier. So
Adam, do you act in your own films?
There's a hand here or there, maybe, you know, in some film, a little bit. With
little appearance.
Yeah, you know, every director tries to drop himself in there, but you know, I think I've already got too many, you know, pieces of the entire puzzle that I am really trying, you know, focusing on. So when I've got the opportunity to fill a role with someone like Tris, someone like Chip Cabrera, you know, with the, gosh, man, Sage Buchanan, what a hysterical guy.
Where's my mummy hand?
Gosh, I'm getting myself in trouble because I'm not going to say, you know, the names. When you can find a great actor, you know, to fill that role that brings your story to life, you have to. Now, there was a really weird thing about Shakespeare's Mummy, and that was that one of our characters is this mummy hand. And I know. And it literally moves around, right? And does things, right? And kind of break dances, right? And so, seriously, it's kind of weird.
That's great.
And so, you know, I was sitting there going, well, how do I tell an actor to move their hand like this? You know, like it was so difficult. I said, okay, just give me a blue sleeve and let's do it. So in Shakespeare's Mummy, I actually play the mummy hand. So.
Oh, nice.
Kind of crazy. Kind of wacky.
So before I let you go, I got a couple questions. So one, so we've all been stuck kind of indoors or in some type of quarantine for a few months. So, you know, what are you doing to keep busy? Are you binging any shows? Did you watch Hamilton? You know, what are you doing?
Oh my God. I've been working on being TikTok famous. That's what I've been doing.
I've seen a little bit of that.
Did you know that Addison Rae makes $21,000 per TikTok video where she's promoting a product? And we're not even counting the earnings that she earns when she goes live. I mean, it literally makes me sick to my stomach. That's why I take Tums for my upset stomach. Tums.
Building my social media presence, so when we come out on the other side, everybody wants to work with me because I'm TikTok famous.
Yeah, that TikTok stuff, that's pretty impressive. I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's kind of the next next social media thing. So you want to be very present on there, and there's actually casting directors scouting on TikTok now. So.
Yeah. Oh my what about God. You, Adam? You binging anything, or you?
We're making movies, man. We're getting, and you know, we're trying to realistically trying to encourage people to get back into the game,
right?
Because I've got about 30 to 40 to 50 employees at any given time of the year with my main company. And you know, it's really difficult to guarantee that those people can continue to eat and breathe and pay their rent and exist and have a job. So it's actually been, we've probably, my wife Angela and I, who also owns her own business as well, we've probably been working harder trying to keep our team alive during this time than we ever have. So
yeah. So Tris, you've been on a few times, so you've let us know this before, but let everybody know where they can find you if they want to see more of Tris Marie.
Yay, Tris!
If you Google me, you can find me everywhere.
Everywhere.
Just Google Tris Marie. But if you want to see what I'm doing, my IMDb under my name, you can see everything that I'm slated to work on. I'm on 5 to 6 different projects that are in pre-production. We're just waiting, for whenever things, I guess, calm down. But just Google me.
Tris, to add to that, if you're an independent filmmaker and you're trying to find, good people for your project, go to Tris's website, go to Tris's IMDb page, okay? Look at all the things that she's doing. Look at the kind of projects that she's working on. Get on Pro, look at the ranking that she has. That tells a lot about someone that you can trust, as a filmmaker, to be able to fulfill a role. Check out her gallery. Really, everybody take a moment. Everyone go to IMDb and look up Tris Marie, because good stuff on there.
It's good stuff on there. Yeah. It's really good. You do a lot of great projects. So I'm excited. I'm ready for that stuff for coming out. We need to see Tris on the screen. We need that stuff to start rolling out.
Thank you.
Adam, so how about you? Where can everybody find you?
Hanging out with my friends from Lost Treasure at Jesse James.
Yes.
We're just chilling. Now, realistically, go to Greenlit Go, greenlitgo.com. And you can check out, Lost Treasure of Jesse James, Money Fight. There we go. You can see right now the clip that you saw. You can go see that clip on Greenlit Go under the shorts. If you are a director, a writer, actor, musician, you're looking for a place to get your stuff out to the world for free, hit us up. You can send me an email at adam@bostercastle.com. You can look me up on Facebook, Adam Boster. It's pretty simple, man. I'm kind of out there. You can go to Tris's IMDb page, reach her, tell her to reach me. All good.
What I want to see from you is a TikTok video of your experience on Saved by the Bell.
Oh, man.
A recreation.
Yes.
Oh, man. That's scary. I think I blocked that out of my short-term memory when I hit long-term memory. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. This has been a blast. I knew it would be. I was looking forward to this one. So appreciate it. And please come back. Anytime you have something coming out or you want to talk about something, we're always available. We'll get Brett on next time.
Good. Sweet. Yes. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're so welcome. All right, so that was the wonderful Tris Marie, and we had Adam on as well, and he was terrific. And I love the fact that they're really passionate about helping out Missouri's film industry. That's terrific and noble, and obviously they're doing such a great job with that. And I really loved listening to the two of them talk about working together and the projects that they're working on. Some really cool stuff, and I think we're going to hear a lot from both of them. So hopefully you enjoyed the interview and the interaction, and I think you'll see them back on the program at some point. So thank everybody for listening. Please check us out as always on Facebook under Meisterkhan. And please make sure that if you're watching on YouTube, check us out on any podcasting app or on Meisterkhan.com. If you want to listen to us in the car or at the gym or anywhere. And also, please, if you're interested in helping the show, we would appreciate that. You can donate. We do have a Patreon page. It's at patreon.com/Meisterkhan. And I think that's a show. Thank everybody for listening and watching, and we will see you again next time. Bye.